What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Po Ro. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like a video if you appreciate the content that Po Ro and What's the Numbers I provided. Today we back with a profile piece. This one is on Mario Mitchell. In this video we're going to take a look at his early years coming up in North Carolina. Then we'll focus on his love for the nightlife and entertainment industry, as he was involved in both for many years. After that, the focus will be on Mario's rise in the drug game and the drama that came with it, before finally speaking on how everything played out and where Mario is currently at today. Mario Mitchell, better known as Rio, is from Durham, North Carolina. Growing up on the south side of the city would be cool for Rio as a kid, but as his adolescent years began, Rio started to want more for himself. So next, like many kids his age, Rio would dive into the streets as a way to make some money. Already pretty well known in his neighborhood and his surrounding areas, it was easy for Rio to expand and make connections in the drug game, and over time, his illegal hustle started to grow. During this time, he would also become a familiar face in the nightlife scene in the Durham-Raleigh area, which led him into the music and party promotion business as another way for him to make some money. Eventually, Rio would start a record label called Faculty Entertainment and had a few artists, with B Stacks being the frontrunner on the label. They would throw big parties, flying in some of the hottest Instagram models at the time. And on the music side of things, they had B Stacks doing interviews on thisis50.com, as well as collabing with different artists and producers from New York to Atlanta. To the public, things were looking good for Rio and Faculty ENT, but behind the scenes, there were issues in the streets over the years. In 2007, Rio got shot by at a club in Raleigh. Then it's alleged that Rio had issues with another well-known Durham drug dealer named Face Diddy and his FMF crew. Face, who some say had more money and power at the time, eventually got locked up in 2008 and sentenced to life in federal prison. From there, many people say Rio took it to another level, as he was the big dog in town now. The money started rolling in like never before, which in turn helped his parties get bigger and better. Then in late 2013, early 2014, Rio and Faculty ENT would get into it with a well-known blood member named Messiah. This beef wouldn't just stay in the streets though, as it made its way into the music, as rappers in each camp dropped diss tracks to the opposing side. A lot of Rio's problems were starting the clubs and make its way to the streets through the gangs and drug dealing. Rio, who wasn't a gang member himself, was still affiliated with the Omega set of the non-trade Bloods through his crew, and depending on who you ask, was well respected and feared in the area. In the summer of 2015, the FBI would start investigating Rio and his associates as a response to a spike in gang violence in the area, which the feds thought was a result of a Bloods turf war surrounding the drug trade in Durham. Then in January 2016, the federal task force assigned to Rio and his crew initiated a court-ordered wiretap on all of their phones as a way to gather more information on the day-to-day operation of the drug crew. The wiretap revealed that the organization was receiving large quantities of cocaine, much of it shipped from California in containers used to package furniture, and that gang members were being used as distributors and enforcers. During the 3 months the wiretap was in place, evidence showed that Rio and his associates distributed 23 kilos of cocaine. When Rio, B Stacks, and the rest of the group members were arrested in April 2016, task force members seized 7.6 pounds of cocaine and 3.5 pounds of heroin and jewelry, including a $50,000 wristwatch. From there, the case would play itself out in court for a little over a year, until Rio decided to plead guilty in June of 2017. He copped out to conspiracy to distribute and possess 5 kilograms or more of cocaine, 1 kilogram or more of heroin, and a quantity of marijuana. He also copped to conspiracy to commit money laundering and possession of a firearm. And in December of 2017, Rio was sentenced to 35 years in federal prison. His former artist B Stacks, who was also arrested in an indictment, pled guilty also and was sentenced to 20 years. Rio was currently locked up at FCI Bennettsville serving his time, with a release date in 2046. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. There's a quick profile piece on Mario Mitchell, better known as Rio, out of the Durham area. You know what I'm saying? Durham, Raleigh. Shout out to Bull City. Shout out to the Raleigh area. Shout out to the whole North Carolina. Now, you know, Rio's currently 40 years old. He recently turned 40. He's doing his time. He's basically in the feds just trying to hope maybe he gives some of that time back. Maybe he got some lawyers that, he get a sentence reduction or something. I don't know. Compassionate, release, whatever it's called. Maybe he could get some time back. I didn't see no murders that he copped out to or anything like that. It's just pretty much just drugs. So, with all these laws passing, maybe he won't have to do the whole 35 years. Whereas right now, he got to release there in 2046, 35 years in the feds. A lot of people that was in the indictment got time. Like I said, his artist B Stacks, he got a dub. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be home before Rio is looking like. But, they always doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? If you know about North Carolina right now in the party scene, you got Tim Boss out there doing his thing. Tim the Boss, he's like one of the big party promoters out there. I know when that whole Cardi first came out, he had a weekend with Cardi B out there. And he made a bunch of money and blew up. And ever since then, you've seen him on Instagram a lot more. But he been doing his thing out there. You understand what I'm saying? Before he was really the man in the club scene, he was messing with Rio. He was messing with Face before he really got all the way on. You know what I'm saying? So they been outside. You know what I'm saying? It was heavy in the party scene. Now, also want to mention, it's new dudes running the scene now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes is in jail. Face got life still. Rio got all that time. Even the dude we mentioned, the blood dude Messiah. Messiah actually caught a case too over some bud, and he's in jail. He's supposed to be in jail right now. They're saying the feds, they say he's not in federal custody, so he might be doing some state time. It was a weed charge, it looked like. So with all the laws, maybe that's on his way to getting tossed, and maybe he be on his way home soon. But as of right now, I think Messiah's locked up too. So all the names in the story pretty much in jail. It was a lot going on. They was beefing. You understand? It has a lot of blood beef. There's a lot of gangs out there in NC. You know what I'm saying? A lot of heavy blood activity out there. So it was going back and forth, tick for tat, made it to the music. But as of right now, the common denominator is that everybody involved is pretty much in jail. So, this is another profile piece. Let you know the good and the bad. Shout out to North Carolina. This might be our first or second story out of there. You know how y'all love these profile pieces, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share all the videos, man. We appreciate y'all. And we trying to hit 100K. Go follow the Instagram. Follow Baddie Bills on Instagram. Follow WhatsTheNumbers TV on Instagram. And we back before you know it, man. It's Pole Row, WhatsTheNumbers TV. We out of here. Peace.